Good evening and welcome to our 5th grade orchestra concert. We're so excited you can be here and we cannot wait to share our music with you this evening. Before we begin, please take a moment to turn off your cell phones and any other noise-making devices. Please know that you are more than welcome to take photos and videos of our first performance tonight. However, please check that all flashes are turned off and that you are being considerate of the other audience members around you. Tonight, we're going to go back to September, where we started a very important journey, and you're going to witness everything the students have learned thus far. We're going to start at the very beginning, when on the first day of orchestra, students learned the names of their open strings by chanting the ant song. Once students mastered how to hold their instrument and they learned their open strings, the next step was to start putting fingers down to play different notes. The next 2 songs, Lightly Row and Ode to Joy, feature notes on the D string. You may notice that students are using their right hand pointer finger to create sound on their instrument, and this is a technique called pizzicato. Songs are pretty short at this point, so we'll be fast. After drilling the notes on the D string, students next learn the notes of the A string. Strings work kind of like a ladder. The more fingers you put down, the higher the pitch becomes. Our next song, Au Clair de la Lune, features A string notes such as B, C sharp, and high D. For the first month of orchestra, students only used pizzicato. So it was a very exciting moment in November when we finally were able to take out our bows and learn how to play arco on the string. Using the bow can be difficult at first, and it can sound quite screechy, as you may have learned at home. But this next song that we're going to play, Open String Blues, allowed us to practice our string crossings and how to bow straight so that it hopefully sounded better. This song features a piano part, so I'm going to go back to the piano. So far in orchestra, we have stuck to playing notes on just two strings, the D string and the A string. When we combine the notes on both strings together, we get a D major scale. And the remainder of our songs tonight use notes on both strings. So we're going to highlight for you what this scale will sound like. Our next tune, French folk song, focused on switching the fingers in the bow from one string to the next, which is quite the challenging skill to begin with. So watch how coordinated these students have become. French folk song. In December, students were excited to work on some tunes that they knew, specifically holiday tunes. We're now going to perform 3 holiday tunes for you. Please know that we're going to play the tunes without much of a pause, so you do not need to applaud until the final tune. There's 3 of them. last song had some really tricky string crossings, but you guys did a good job of making it through. All right. So every Wednesday, all 40 of these 5th graders meet here at River Bluff to rehearse as one large ensemble. We have worked on learning how to play together and watch a conductor, which they're doing an awesome job of tonight. Our final pieces involve multiple parts, so we're now going to play Oats, Peas, and Beans. We're going to start by playing, everyone's going to have the melody, and then as we go on, the tunes are going to get more complex as we add harmony parts. So students, please remember, first time, everyone melody. Second time, violins, violas, tugga, tugga, stop, stop. Cellos and bass, you're on harmony, right? I'm not talking about the right song, am I? Let me try again. So, first time, everyone's on melody. Second time, violins and violas on melody, cello, bass on harmony. Third time, you choose your own part. On Wednesdays, I am very fortunate to have some middle school students who help me, because as you can see, there are 40 5th graders on stage and a lot of tuning that always has to be done. So I want to thank these middle school students. Some of them are here this evening and some of them were not able to make it, but if you're here, could you please stand when I call your name? So Ethan Angel, Alex Annan, Autumn Evenson, Leah Hutchhausen, Grace Milton, Annalise Sherfan, and Sophia Tallman. Let's give these guys a big round of applause. It really would not be possible without their help. They run around and do errands for me, they tune instruments, they help tutor students, so it's really great that they're here helping us. Our next piece is going to be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and this is a classic song that students learn whenever they're learning to play a new instrument. We're going to now play the tune for you, but our version's a little bit different because you're going to hear some harmony added in eventually. next tune, Boil Them Cabbage Down, is a classic American fiddle tune that talks about cooking cabbage and potato cakes. We learned the lyrics to start this song, and from there we learned the rest of the tune by ear. In this song, we've been practicing different bowing variations. So the first time through, you're going to hear us play quarter notes, but the second time through, the rhythm is going to change to tugga tugga, stop, stop. So yesterday kind of caught us all off guard with the weather situation, so I appreciate everybody reading their emails and making sure that all the students got home safely. So I'll be honest with you, at first I was kind of panicking, being like, oh, we're going to miss our last rehearsal. But then I thought about it and I realized that this particular group of fifth graders has worked really hard over the last month. And I really wasn't worried anymore because I realized that they knew their music really well and we'd be just fine. So they're doing an awesome job tonight considering that we missed that rehearsal. Well, it is the time of the evening you've all been anxiously waiting for, the family portion of our concert tonight. So in case you have no clue what we're talking about, all the students on stage selected one family member to teach their instrument to. Not only did this help students reinforce the skills they've learned over the last 4 months, it also helped give you a better appreciation of what your child is learning here in orchestra. If you are the lucky individual that was chosen, what I'd like you to do, if your child is a cello or bass player or a viola player, please walk to the stage on this side, and there's a door over here. If your child is a violin player, please walk on this side, and there's another door over here. And take your child's seat. Here we go. We have some brave individuals who have come forward. We'll take just another moment here to get settled. All right, everybody on stage, if you have an instrument in your hand, can you put the instrument in playing position and just double check that you're gonna have enough room and not hit anybody? And if you are, please ask them to slightly move. Or maybe kneel down would also be an option. All right, students, check that your parents are holding that instrument correctly. One last check. All right. Parents, I'm going to stand on the podium and I'm going to conduct, so I'll show you every note. If you make a mistake, it's okay. We talked about this with the 5th graders before we came on stage. Just keep going. If you make funny faces, everybody knows. And if you set your instrument down, everybody knows. So just keep going. Here we go, everybody. Good luck, parents and family members. With students, the first time never works out well, so we're going to try that again. And parents, I forgot to tell you that we're taking this slow, so the second line is all quarter notes, so ba, 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 and that gives you more time to put your fingers down, which is a good thing. Let's try that again. So practice does make a difference. That was much better. All right. Next, we're going to go to Mary Had a Little Lamb. Again, everything is in quarter notes. So Mary had a little lamb. Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, here we go.
All right, family members, that was actually really awesome. You sounded really nice. So 5th graders, congratulations on your good teaching. Family members, if you could hand your instrument back to your person and head off stage the same way you came on. You had a good bonding experience with your child in this project. When they hit River Bluff next year, suddenly, spending so much time with your parents isn't as cool anymore, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you again for everyone who participated. I just have a couple things to mention before our final piece tonight. The first thing is just a schedule thing. There is going to be no orchestra, 5th grade orchestra next week. We're going to take the week off. That includes both at the elementary school and here at River Bluff on Wednesday. So the next time I will see the 5th graders will be the week of January 23rd. In the mail, either last week or this week, you should have gotten a letter talking about elective options here at River Bluff as your children enter 6th grade. And I just wanted to reiterate that these students have been doing a fantastic job, and I really hope that all of them will continue playing their instrument into 6th grade. So tonight you're hearing a lot of beginner things. The next concert is going to be a little more complicated. We're going to have more multi-part music, But 6th grade orchestra is a completely different experience because we've gotten past the beginning stages and we're moving on to more complex stuff that sounds really cool, and it's really fun to be part of the ensemble. So I hope students will really consider continuing with orchestra, and if parents have any questions about middle school orchestra, please do not hesitate to talk to me tonight or email me or call me. Our final piece this evening is Mississippi Reel, and this features the special effect of slapping the string when pinching, and you're going to hear that at the very beginning. Just like oats, peas, and beans, we're going to add new parts with each repetition until we have a super fast melody at the end. I may also sing along because we didn't have a chance to practice this yesterday. Thank you so much for attending our concert this evening. At the conclusion of the concert, please wait here in the cafetorium while students pack up their instruments and they will come find you. So thank you again. Here is Mississippi Reel.
Thank you.